How did I end up here? From here, our cup doesn't seem so bad, all things considered. I dream of freedom, far from this ocean of metal, glass, and gas where I had lived all my life. And here I am, alone, lost in the void, watching my old home world while inexorably waiting for my last breath of oxygen. Freedom comes with a price, it seems. I had not realized how lonely and dangerous this life could be. Back then, in the Navy, I had learned to rely on my comrades to fear nothing. And although I wasn't free, following clear orders was the closest for me to be independent. So, after a few years, returning to civilian life on our corp was harsh. I was lost without a goal, no orders to follow, no friends around me, and I was now trapped here with no way to escape this prison. It took me some time and a very busy evening to realize that true freedom was hard and I had to fight for it. Over the months, I took on various jobs, hoping to save enough on top of what I had already to buy a ship. Even a wreck. My ears were always eagerly listening to conversations, deciphering rumors. Opportunities were rare. And when I heard there was a sale on the sly going on, I didn't hesitate. Looking back, walking through those gloomy alleyways lined with those unfriendly individuals should have been a sign to turn back. This is where I met Tessia Pacheco, the ship seller. I knew nothing about her, but she knew everything about me, including, strangely, my classified military past. How? I had no idea. However, I quickly realized that turning back was not an option. As the rumors had promised, she offered me a ship in exchange for my savings, but also for a number of favors. Apparently, she was in dire need of experienced and talented pilots. I was like a fly caught in a spider web. It was clear. I had no choice. The nervousness I felt about this uncomfortable situation gave way to a certain curiosity when I discovered my purchase, the Prowler utility. My heart pounded with anticipation at the thought of finally piloting an alien ship, whose stealth would certainly be useful for the delicate missions Pacheco wanted to entrust to me. My excitement quickly faded when my first mission appeared on my mobile glass. According to my dear benefactor, I was simply to retrieve lost cargo and bring it back to safety. Without much difficulty, she told me to convince me, but the reality was quite different. For several months, I made my deliveries. Sometimes without incident. And other times I had to defend myself against whoever was on site.
You think you're good? This is nothing.
And unsurprisingly, I was starting to attract attention. The authorities, bounty hunters, or maybe Pacheco's competitors, I wasn't really sure. The last contract was a trap I barely escaped. Well, almost. The Prowler's systems had failed, and my only option was to get out just before it exploded. It was stupid, but an instinctive reaction before I realized I'd chosen a slow death over a quick one. I feel my last breath fading. The darkness engulfing me. It is over. Or so I thought. I was told how lucky I was, that I was being given the chance at a new life. I had switched jailers, and I was now beholden to some obscure branch of the UEE, desperate for agents capable of operating where the authorities couldn't. New identity, new equipment, a new serial number for my repaired and repainted ship, but also a very itchy chip implanted in the back of my neck for my own safety, according to my new bosses. I was now an undead pilot with a new code name, Dusk-Fox.